Would you be happy if you sat out because a 5-9 team went and you're sitting at 7-6-1?
I wouldn't be happy. I'm just looking at a fact of you won a division, so it seems to me that you would be rewarded.
Okay. You are rewarded. You got the banner for being the best team in that division that year.
I get, if we got some type of gratification, or something on the website saying
you
hey,
do. You do get gratification. If you go to the Pacu, he's got 5 division banners, he's got 5 NFC banners, and he's got 1 invitational banner for winning it all. Have you ever won a division?
No.
So you have no banners?
I have no banners.
Okay. So I'm confused. Jamie's won a couple divisions. He's got those regular season division banners. Copeland's won a couple divisions. He's never made it to the Super Bowl. But he's got banners. He won the NFC West 3 years in his 10-year career.
The year he won those divisions, did he make the playoffs?
Yes, he did. But he was also one of the top teams in the league that year.
Okay.
But that was the year where each division winner was guaranteed a spot.
Okay. I can deal with your answer.
You don't like it.
I don't like it, but
I don't understand why you don't, and it bothers me that you don't, because don't you want the best of the? Don't you want to beat the best of the best to win it all?
I do.
To me, to be the best, you got to beat the best.
All right, Ric Flair.
Well, I mean,
I understand. I just.
This is a wonderful debate. I'm glad we have this on tape, and we can keep going.
I just I don't know. It just seems to me like you win your division, you feel like you've done something.
You have. You're the best of that group.
But
if you're Tulane and you beat Lighthouse of the Blind, William and Mary's Lighthouse of the Blind, and Ecole Classy, what, you deserve a chance to play for the title? I mean, let's be real. If Tulsa wins the Conference USA this year, do they get a BCS bowl bid?
No, absolutely not. They have.
Right.
They're not.
And that's what I'm trying to compare the Conference USA to whatever the worst division in the league is if they don't have one of the top 5 records in the 12-team league. If you don't have one team that's in the top 5, why do you deserve to go to the playoffs again? I'm just asking. Because to me, if that's the case, it looks like the only way you're winning games is because you're playing each other in a bad division. If you put Tulane, Cincinnati, East Carolina, and Memphis in the NFL Southeast, and they win, do they really deserve? And the only wins are because they played each other and they lost to everybody else. Do they really deserve a chance to go to the Super Bowl? Because this is fantasy football. It's different. You can have somebody light it up because the starters are sitting that week. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's happened in the past.
So really, I want to reward the 5 best teams.
That's happened in the past.
I mean, I've gone as far as proposing, let's go by the power rankings on CBS Sportsline, and those teams actually make it. Because you may have some teams that may not have the best record, but they have points and they have breakdown on their side.
Right, but
because really breakdown's the true test of how powerful a team is.
But if you have if you do it like that, would you say is it breakdown, points?
Well, how is the power rankings done? It's points, breakdown, and record.
And record. If you went by power rankings, you could have one of those 3 be bad, and that could knock you down.
But let's look at that. Let's look at the power rankings this year. This year, 1 is Popo, he's 8-0. 2 is Pacu, he's 7-1. 3 is America's team, 5-3. Those are the 3 best records.
Yeah.
Now, if we were all
excuse me, I'm sorry, but there's a Saints touchdown right here.
If those are all in the same division, and then should one of them get punished because?
No, and I believe I'm 4th in the power rankings.
Yes. Let's look at our division. We have 2, 4, 5, and 6. Why should one of them? Why if the Bulls had the 5th best record in the league, but for some reason Popo doesn't win another game, should Popo automatically get a shot because he had Tom Brady for half a season? Because after Tom Brady, he ain't got nothing right now. He's got a kicker and sometimes Braylon Edwards. Right?
Right.
If Tom Brady, I'm not wishing this on anybody, but if Tom Brady gets hurt this week, Popo's got nothing. He's going to lose the next 6 games. If he's 8-6 and the Bulls finish 4th in our division, where he is right now at 8-3-2 or 8-4-2 or whatever he is, and the other, why should he sit? Because he's got a better record, but the guy who won the garbage division with Pagan, coal miners, and OOC.
Yep. All right. I can kind of.
That's the logic we're using.
Okay. I guess
and the Beerlovers pushed us big time, and he's not with us this year, but he pushed it big time, and he was in agreement with me, and he's the bully of the league. So.
And he's no longer. He's
not this year. He's not here this year.
Apparently became a sellout.
Well,
when he was supposed to be here.
He felt.
And he will obviously say that the league is not. As strong as because he's not in the league.
Well, I know his other big league, his keeper league. He had Marvin Harrison. That's the guy he kept.
Yeah.
In his keeper league,
he will not play this week.
Right. So, and he hadn't played very well this season anyway. But anyway, we're going to return to this conversation again in the future, I'm sure. This is a debate that's been going on since '93 when Rich went 5-9, and we had 3 teams with 7 or better wins, and the NFC sitting at home, which you can see at JIAFFI.com and go to the records section and pull up seasons, and you can look at the final standings with the playoffs off to the right of those final standings.
And a correction: my most wins in a season is 6, not 5.
Oh, no. Yeah. The year you went to the playoffs, you went with 5.
I don't even remember my record that year.
I believe it was 5-8-1 to be truthful.
But
you had Pacu, Bulls, and Ryan Labadot with 6, 7, and 8 wins sitting at home, and a 5-8-1 Kenna Faction went to the AFC playoffs.
And I do believe I laid an egg in there.
You lost, I believe, and I was looking at this last night. It was 25-9. You lost to the Americas team.
Right.
So,
was he I think he was the eventual champion that year.
Yes, he was. Hey, he had a very good year that year. He was 4th or 5th in records that year, 4th and 5th in points in a 12-team league, and he was the best in the AFC. But that's why we are going. That was the argument that started it all, and that was the big fight for years until 2000 when there was a big blow up over the hammer. But that's
I wasn't around for
a story for a different day. Yeah, you were in Arizona.
I was in Arizona
doing Yahoo leagues with the 2 guys who hated me because I was big oil and tobacco.
I was in Arizona being a free person,
Arizona State. Where'd you go to school?
I was just living in Arizona.
Oh, I thought you were at school in there.
I went to a little junior college out there, but I was living in the free area, the people who just kind of wander around and don't do much out there.
All right, Phil, we've gone way over on our time limit here, but we'll discuss this further. Next time we're going to get Trent involved and maybe Reese, so we can have a little four-way forum.
Definitely need the A-team involved.
I agree, but the A-team is always busy going to stupid Saints games.
Well, gotta please the wife. And
this has nothing to do with the wife. Don't blame it on her.
Correct. This has nothing to do with the wife, but
this is his infatuation with the hot garbage New Orleans Saints.
This is his only way of getting some quality time with his mistress, which is the New Orleans Saints.
And we'll leave it at that, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again.
See you next time.
I'm sure that went on for like 20 minutes.